Well, good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning, and you're watching the Aquatic Morning Show. If you're here, if you're not, that's okay. We'll see you another time, and we'll see you later in the show. If somebody joins me, this depends on how long the show will go. Um, so yes, it is Monday morning. I hope you guys are having a good Monday. I am back from an awful week last week, but you know, it, is life, and we all go to the same place. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess however you want to look at it. But starting us off in chat this morning is the Mystery Snell Guardians helping us snell it from the start because I need the help. Craig Doniger, Craig's Catfish Cave, good morning. Mary Page, good morning. Good to see you. If you're not busy this morning, Mary Page, you may join me. Amazon Research Center. Dot, good morning, Dot. You can join me too. My Fish Tanks Aquatics, good morning, working and listening. Well, what you working on? Ian, good morning, Ian. Atkins Nature's Aquariums. Trying to keep the glare off my glasses, but it just doesn't work unless I look down, and then it, sucks. I don't want to have to look that far down. Miss Lori, throwing out all my links to everything I have under the sun. I think I forget everything that I have going on under the sun. Well, that's not a lie. I do forget things that I got going on. Off we go. That's right. Your Adelphi corridors bred today for the first time. Awesome, Craig. Gosh, that's great. Craig, good morning, Craig. 3G. Still in ya. Hey, man, what's going on? Good to see ya. Jennifer Weaver, good morning. So glad you're here. Kay Holiday, good morning. Listening, working, and lurking. All right. Well, thanks for being here, Kay. We really appreciate it. Bigfoot Fish Tanks, Dennis, hello. You're looking for your earbuds, Ian. It got to be somewhere. I know. Me too. I got stuff everywhere. In fact, I've got a frog somewhere loose again. He got out yesterday. No, 2 days ago. He got out. I caught him. I found him about an hour later. Now he got out again, and I can't find him. So I am working on that pile of junk right there. Right there. Right there. Yeah. Thinking that maybe he went that direction because that's the way he went last time, and hoping to catch him somewhere. So, for anybody that finds my frog during this stream, I will give you an Aquatic Morning Shirt t-shirt or a Main Sales for Fins t-shirt. You got to find the frog that's missing, though. not one that's in that right there. And he got out because this piece of tape right here had, I guess I didn't pushed it down good enough, and it popped off while I was gone out of the room, and it lifted up a teeny weeny bit. I mean, y'all, a teeny weeny little bit. And he got out. He got through it. Yep. He got through it. Sucks. But I am so almost done with their paludarium, although I have ripped it out twice. This is the third time. And I think it's going to work for me this time. I really do. Think it's going to work for me this time. Although the ripping out and the putting back together and the ripping out and putting back together, I didn't video. I got so frustrated and said, yeah, y'all know what I said. Anyway. Brooklyn Bell, good morning. Glitch. Hi, good to see you, Glitch. Bob Purcell. Hey, Jenna P. Good morning. What kind of frog? It's a frog that looks like that. It's a milk frog, an Amazon milk frog. Baby. A little bitty. Like maybe the end of my thumb size, but back there is going to be like a dot. And it's not that dot. Eduardo. Dude, I've looked around every plant. Because, see, I've just got the plants that are not in the paludarium at the moment. I have them all in this. Right here. They're all in this. But he's not in this. I have taken this thing apart multiple times, put it back together, hoping that he was just sitting in here somewhere. And he's not. He's not. Hey, does anybody know for sure that this will or won't grow in a paludarium? It says it's a anthurium. It's an anthurium. It likes highlight. Highlight. And I keep thinking that maybe he'll join me. Or that maybe he was in this one, but he's not. And my plants up there, I looked. Oh, I've looked everywhere. And there's wood. The only wood that he could stick to would be this that's got the finish on it, I think. And then I was like, okay, well, he's going to feel dehydrated at some point, right? So he's going to want to get in water. And he could crawl up one of the tanks and hang inside of one of the tanks. But I haven't found him in any of them yet either. So if I don't find him soon, he's going to end up drying out. And I've lost another one and I'll be down to 3. Matt, Liquid Zoo, only fins. One of the crazy mornings where you're actually awake, at least for now. I hear you, man. I didn't go to sleep until about 5 this morning, which it used to be normal, but it has not been normal for the last like 5 or 6 months. But last night I pulled an all-nighter and didn't get nothing accomplished, except for the paludarium. I think I finally have the water going to where it's not going to saturate my soil. And now I can put the false bottom back in and start putting stuff back in. Eduardo, are you at school? He's in there? No, he's not. I wish. Anturo in Spanish, love water. Anturo. Well, and Theron. There, focus. Okay. Does that mean loves water, right? Loves water and highlight. ATM Tim. Hello. I can't even let the puppy dogs in here because I'm scared they'll find him. And not that I don't want them to find him, but I don't want them to eat him. Victoria, we're looking for one of my baby frogs. Debbie Holding, good morning. The Nano Aquarium guy. Thank you. I have a bunch of tanks. Bunch of tanks with a bunch of guppies. I have some guppies that finally had babies. Yes, yes, yes. Although I'm waiting for this little girl right here that's albino red lace to have her babies. And you know what? It looks like she is no longer pregnant. So she might have had her babies, and I just don't see them. I hope she didn't eat them all because I put the male away so she wouldn't eat them. Yes, one of the milk frogs. That milk frog is in the leaves within the long leafy thing. That milk frog is in the long leaves in that long leafy thing. In this, nope. No, he's not. I wish, Eduardo, I do wish. Because I do spray this, and so he wouldn't be getting dehydrated. He would be staying at least hydrated some. And I even looked in my cricket bin, but he's not in it either, which is a good thing because he get really dehydrated in that fast. More than what he would get out here, just out here. He's not in here, Eduardo. I know. You're playing catch up? That's okay. Leave the paludarium door open and put some food in it. Well, the paludarium's not done yet. And I can't put any food in it right now. It's not it's not to that point yet. I finally have the water running the way it's supposed to, though, I think. You're at home until Thursday. You have a gecko in the fish room and it runs around as it pleases. Well, that would be cool if he would. But I guarantee you, if I don't find him ASAP, he's going to dry out. He's going to become dehydrated and die. It came from the old place. It must have hitched a ride. Good. Well, Victoria, you need some then. You need to get some then. We are fine, but the school district rulers want to extend the school. Want to extend school? Are they not getting enough hours during the day? Or do they want to shorten the years to make the days longer? They dig in deep from our eyes. Yeah, well, he ain't in that one. I wish. Believe me. God, I wish. He'll turn up. Yeah, Craig, I hope he'll turn up. I just don't hope he turns up dried out. I know, right, Eduardo? That's where I would be. Either the 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 catfish. I mean the that right there is the cricket bin, which was further out this way. That's where I found him last time, sitting on top of the cricket bin. But he's not there this time, and he's not in it. So I'm just hoping I find him in that mess, that pile of stuff right there, as I'm getting that cleaned up. Put a shallow dish on the floor. Craig, I don't have any food that's not live. All I have are fruit flies and pinhead crickets that I feed them. And I can't put that on a dish on the floor. I'll be glad to have him in the paludarium, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. The last time when he got out the other day, he got out because when I sprayed him down, and he jumped out then, and I didn't realize it. But see, these frogs are not they're not one of the most active, if that makes sense. They can find the spot and then they just chill, especially during the day. So he's gonna be all perched on something, just chilling somewhere. I don't have a humidifier, Eduardo. Any word on Papa Shrimp? No, actually. I have not heard from him since he went in the hospital. I take that back. He was keeping me informed up until Friday morning. But we'll find out. There. Let's find out. Don't they have contingency days for hurricane built in? Make the year longer. Shorter days. There he is right there. He's on his way. So, Jerry, how did things go? I guess, or do you know from your blood results what's going on? How are you? He's feeling better. Just got to do a job of keeping up with my own personal card. I do have an escaped artist, Chris. Yeah, that one keeps getting out. He keeps I can't believe the size of the hole he got out of. It's just blowing my mind that he made it through that hole. But that's the only thing I can figure that happened. I mean, I'm behind in chat some. Silver Creek Aquatics. Good morning. Just listening, cleaning up. You messed the dog made it. Oh my gosh, I have the trash outside. That sucks. Miss Dee Dee, good morning. Yes. Jenna's video is too short today. And today, I need to do the end of week for last week. And I was I gonna add this? No, today starts the new week. All right. Miss Lori, I done forgot what I said we were going to do about that. Okay. You texted me? You text me. You messaged me. Private message me, Eduardo. I don't have a text from you. Well, I mean, I do Saturday, but I don't today. I don't know what you're talking about. The Nano Aquarium guy. I have an escaped lizard. That's right, you do. We were talking about that. Yes, okay. Yes, you did. Oh, I made it to the bottom of the chat. Jeremy, good morning. Good morning. It's the Monday morning. It's just slow. Just a slow Monday morning. So, we're going to do this. We're going to show some appreciation to our coffee cup sponsors, you guys. They help us out so much. So much. So please, make sure you're subbed to these guys. And if you're thinking about becoming a coffee cup sponsor, please email me. It's not hard.
Hello? Yes. I'm getting up now. Be there in a few minutes. Good morning. Come on in. Fixing the coffee right now. Have a seat. met Missy Stovoni. Thanks for making these clips for me to use in this video. There's always more room around the table for another friend to have a cup of coffee. If you want to join us, send an email to the aquaticmorningshow@gmail.com. Have a cup? So to spell.
We've got an airplane rock.
Good morning. Good morning. It's
Good
fun
morning.
day of play. Good morning. Good morning to you and you and you. I sang that for the babes today because
Yeah.
Gina goes to the office, and so I wake the kids up to go to school, and they usually wake up at 8:00, but I got to get them up at 7 because we got to be at school at 8:00. So
Yeah.
it's just so fun to to wake them up. Ava actually woke up like, I love that song.
Oh.
Like, it was so fun. And then Max is just like, where's mommy? We're singing? What's going on? But good morning. How are ya? How you feeling?
Good morning. I'm all right. I am better than last week, but I got a frog missing.
No.
He jumped out 2 days ago, and I caught him. I found him and caught him,
Okay.
and he has done escaped again.
Oh, no.
And I hadn't found him yet. So this
his name,
pile,
his-
pile is where I think he's hiding somewhere,
Okay.
or I'm banking on it and being there. And so I'm in the, or I'll get back to cleaning that when I after the stream.
Good,
What do you have, Piper?
Now, what do you do? Do you leave out like 2% or whole milk to lure him in?
Wish it was that easy.
And now is his name Houdini?
Yes, his
Okay.
name is Houdini, because he Houdini'd himself through this itty bitty crack that I did not think he could. I mean, like, he literally had to flatten himself
Oh, man.
and shimmy through it because it wasn't like wide open. I mean, it was.
Or is that why they call them milk frogs? Because they turn into a liquid like milk and then slip through the cracks.
Or maybe he started secreting his milky fluid and he just slid on through. Maybe.
If I had a nickel. Good morning, everyone in chat. Good morning.
Okay, Miss Lord, thank you for reminding me because I had forgot what I had said we would do. So for the end of week and end of month races, we're combining last week and this week together. And then Friday, I will do the end of week race.
Mhm.
And this end of week race will go with the end of month race that we'll do on Monday. And then we'll start the new month.
Gotcha.
Just because of not being here and not doing the stream. And it was just, yeah. So there'll be one last week in October for the end of October, but it'll work out. It'll work out.
Yeah.
Kenny E. Done Again Aquatics. I'm sorry. I missed your stream last night. I am. I'm sorry.
I'm laughing at Matt's comment.
Oh, I've got something in my eye now.
No comment on secreting fluids.
Yeah, no. I was waiting for somebody to go there. Kelly Foreman, good morning, honey.
Oh, there we go. Eduardo says we're all coming over to find that frog.
God, I wish. I told anybody that finds a frog while the stream's going, you get an Aquatic Morning Show shirt. But you're going to have to definitely like blow the picture up, and that's going to make like you be able to see like every pore that I have. To be able to hopefully see a frog that jumps up somewhere.
Right. Like, oh, Jess, you need a BRA pore strip.
Yeah. Let me know. Yeah, let me know if I need that. I just, the obvious places he would be, he's not. So,
right. Is there anything that you can use to lure them? Like, do you have like those wingless fruit flies or something? You could.
I do, but I can't put them out. Like, I can can feed these guys again and see if he would come to it, but I don't think he will because the whole cricket bend is right there, and he can get in that and have a smorgasbord if he wanted to, but he's not in there. That's where he went last time, but he's not in there this time.
Did you see Miss Kelly Foreman?
No, not yet.
You will.
I am at like 9:28 on
Oh no!
on chat. Let's see.
Well, her comment says meow 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 meow, but it's also a $20 super chat.
What? What?
Kelly Sweet, Kelly Sweet, Kelly Sweet. Oh my gosh.
What?
I completely forgot to tell you on Thursday, Max woke up from his nap because after he went to nap after he was in here, he came running to my computer, looked at the screen and goes, "Oh, where's the pretty ladies?"
Aww.
Yeah. So he was wondering where you and Dee Dee went. So
Teaching him young. He's so sweet.
He was just so heartbroken. He's like, I wanted to see the pretty lady. Where'd they go? It's super cute.
That is so sweet.
Yes. I'm so sorry to interrupt. But
I thought you were going to say that he ran to the computer and was looking to see the dance for the dog.
He loves those dogs. The dogs in the commercials. That boy in dogs, he is obsessed.
Moonlight Adventures. Good morning and welcome.
Yeah.
What is the wheel on Price is Right called? The one with the cents where you got to get closest to $1 without going over?
Right.
I don't know. I don't watch it. Eric is ripping your alma mater this morning, yeah?
I was born in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. F the Cyclones.
Yes, he comment about the short. No. Let me go back. I'll go back.
Yeah, I think it's Jenna's ghost knife. Black ghost knife is today's video. I just went there.
Okay.
What are we laughing at Rico
You're
for?
adding this week to last week due to only being able to have a limited show last week. Right. Okay. You said Friday you were going to add this week to last week. Since it was to last week. Got it. Yes. Okay.
I might drop one. We gotta be. I might drop the ball.
Uh-oh.
No, Kenny EU was saying I should be twerking. Should be.
Uh-oh. Twerking. That is far superior state.
A nice big hug.
Right? Whips World. Party time. Excellent.
I think of it every time. Wayne's World. Party. My dad was obsessed with Wayne's World.
Really?
Oh yeah, the Queen. Headbanging part. He thought it was hilarious.
Misfit, Brennan, good morning.
Brennan.
I missed your stream last night too. Sunday nights are.
Did he stream last night? I don't even.
Yeah. Well, at least I thought so. House of Dragons comes on Sunday nights at the same time that Kenny's stream goes. So I have to watch the replay because I am like I love my Kenny, but I love my House of Dragon.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
like, yeah, I wish they would do it like they do the the ring of, is it the ring of fire? The
Ring of Power.
ring of power.
Yeah.
Where if you stay up Thursday night
Thursday.
until like midnight or midnight, at midnight 12:01, they drop the show so you can
Right.
watch it, that morning instead of having to wait until that night, because House of Dragon, they won't release it until it airs live on TV.
Mhm.
And so I have to wait until then. So
Mhm.
I'll be back as soon as it's over.
Now, have you read the book of?
I have.
Man,
All
yeah,
the little books that go to everything. I've read them all.
dude.
I'm obsessed with them.
So the Red Wedding in Game of Thrones, I had watched the show, and so then my wife wanted to watch it,
Yeah.
and so I'm like, okay, sweet, so I secretly recorded her reaction during the Red Wedding, and she gives such a guttural, like,
Oh my gosh.
ow! I won't spoil anything, but she
Right.
like turns around and like starts slapping my knees. She's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just ah.
Yeah.
And then I had to cut it because she started like I can't say, but she started actually like crying, like this is
Aw.
so
But
hard.
that
This
that
is the worst
show
episode ever. And I'm like, okay, I can't. This isn't funny anymore.
that show is so emotional. Like, I laugh, I cry, I get mad, I get grossed out for sure.
Right, and with the Blood of the Dragon, what is it called? Blood of the Dragon?
The House of Dragon.
It's House of Dragon. I think the book was Blood of the Dragon. But yeah, there's a Red Wedding esque scene coming up that's gonna be like, woo!
Well, last night it was last night was the one that the brother and sister finally married.
Yeah,
Or the
yeah,
not brother and sister, the uncle and niece.
Shh, people
Oh,
haven't seen it yet.
if they ain't watched it yet, they don't know what uncle and
It
niece.
literally hasn't even been 24 hours, and Jess is just like, I'm flipping the table. I don't care. Yeah, or normally Gina and I, we usually watch it Sunday nights, but
yeah,
we didn't last night because she had she's a crafter, so she's doing crafts for people. Oh God, I can't remember who she's doing it for, but she's making tumblers and everything, so she had to
oh, cool.
do all that.
The
So I'm like,
vinyl.
oh. Yeah, and then
Vinyl.
she does epoxy over it and like glitter and then another epoxy.
Oh my gosh, I'm glad you said that. I will be right back.
Okay. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo, all by myself. Let me show off my award-winning Bex art that Jenna, and Stephen P. bought me. It's so sweet and gorgeous, and I'm super lazy and I haven't hung it up, but I can't because I keep looking at it. Like, I can get so close and I can see, like, it's the original, so I can see where Bex, like, her brush, like, her pencil strokes, like,
Okay.
oh man,
Oh,
it's so cool.
okay.
Yeah.
I want to
Horses.
yes, I want to I've got several, but especially this one because of the size, it's like perfect for a 10 gallon or maybe a 20 long and make a scene. But I got to cover them with something.
Right.
And I don't know what to cover them with.
You could use epoxy.
Just regular epoxy.
See, I've never done any epoxy for fish tanks. My wife only does it for like tumblers and everything. But I mean, it has to be food safe. So I assume anything food safe would be aquarium safe. But I'm apprehensive about that assumption. And I don't want to assume like, oh, it's food safe. I can put it in my tank. Like, oh God, everything's dying. What's going on? Like, yeah, it's food safe. It's
Yeah.
aquarium safe. You
Right.
idiot.
Well, I mean, it's like that time that I used the wrong silicone
Yep.
and killed my fish. See, I'm just now at Kelly's.
Yeah.
I'm behind.
She is so sweet.
I love Kelly. Vibes. Good morning, Vibes.
Vibes. Skitty Nona.
Our aquatic universe with Mike B.
He's so tall. He's so tall.
Yeah.
I'm short tall, or I'm 6
Yeah.
foot. So, yeah, Steven Whips, Mike B. I think Rico was the same height as me. I don't think Rico is taller, or maybe he might be 6'1" or something like that. But Rico and I were pretty there. Kirk was smaller than I thought. No.
Yeah. Well, I kind of knew that. I kind of knew that he was smaller. That he was like, I think he's about the size of same height of my husband, but thinner built than my husband.
I wanted to, like, you know how you get down for toddlers, like you crouch down, like, come here, bud, give me a big hug. I wanted to do that. There was jokes of like doing that for Fishy Mod, getting down, come here, you little tyke. Silver Creek, yo ho, pirates like for me, ho ho. Jennifer Weaver, the kindest, caringest woman in the world.
Oh, Eduardo, what's happening with the teacher thing, the sub thing? So last night I finished all of my courses I had to take online through the app website of theirs. So now I think they enter them in on Fridays. But if they're not busy, they'll do it during the week. And that's all I'm waiting on, really. But I have 3 landscaping jobs that I've got to do before I can go do that. So,
Yeah.
And I was going to go do that today after the stream. But for some reason, well, I'm having a fibro outbreak today. My fibromyalgia outbreak. My skin and my muscles hurt today. So I'm not going to go and I'm not going to go make it worse.
Don't blame
I'll
me.
do it tomorrow. Plus, Joe needs the trucks because the Trailblazers broke down again. So, but yeah.
If it's not one thing, it's another.
Yes. Dude. And when it rains, it pours.
Yep, but you're still breathing.
I'm still breathing. And after last week, there's not a lot that I have decided that's gonna make me mad.
Knock on wood.
Life is too short and it's not worth it. And you might as well just make the best of what you can.
That's right. We're all giving you a big, huge hug.
And y'all did. And y'all helped me through it last week. I don't know if I wrote it down or I think I did, but I said it somewhere. But last week was one of the hardest weeks I have had. Well, I think that's one of the hardest deaths I've had to go through so far. But unfortunately, it's I'm getting to that age where, everybody that's close.
It's getting to be that time to mosey on out and head on to the next chapter of life.
Yeah.
But you're still 4 chapters behind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So hopefully.
Yep. And I'll be late to mine. I'll be late to my funeral. I mean, it is just given because I'm late to everything. It doesn't matter. I can try my hardest to be on time. I can get up early. I can leave 2 hours early. Something is going to stop me.
Yeah, my wife, her best friend's wedding, she was the maid of honor and was told to be there an hour earlier than the actual ceremony was to be starting. So she actually arrived like 15 minutes early. So she was an hour and 15 minutes early. It's like, where is everybody? Am I at the right place? And they're like, yeah, we'll be right there. Just hang on, we thought you'd be late. And Gina's like, what
Right.
the heck? And I'm like, do you see?
Yeah.
I'm not the only one.
No, my
And
family does the same thing.
yeah, I'm
They do
the
the same thing, and I usually end up being on time because they have started telling me early.
right.
But I can't think of it that way. Otherwise, I'll be late.
Yep, and I'm
Jess said I watched that. I've never watched Game of Thrones.
Ooh.
Because I've read the books. Kelly, I read the
Yeah, you can watch
books,
it.
and I absolutely love the show. There's always more in the books than there is in the shows, but I loved both of them. And there was like you have the Game of Thrones, and then you have all of the books, the houses, House of Targaryen, House of, all the different houses. And that's what they're doing now is they're doing, the House of the Dragon, which is the Valerian.
Oh, Blood and Fire. That's what
Blood and Fire.
That's what the book was called. Blood and Fire.
Yeah.
It's the history of the Targaryens. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I actually on that one, I watched the show, did I? No, they're just now doing the houses. So
yep.
I have read all of the books, but I had forgotten what all was in the books. So it's bringing it to life for me. I love them. I would recommend them for everybody. Another one, if you want to know another one I recommend, Yellowstone. It doesn't matter if you are a ranchy or a Western
cowboy
type of person. It doesn't matter. Watch it anyway. It is awesome.
Is that on, what is that on, Peacock or?
No, it's on, well, it might be, one of the first seasons may be on Peacock, but it's on Paramount. Yeah. And the new one comes out November 13th, I think, or 17th, somewhere around there.
Gotcha.
Because they only put out like 6 channels, like 6 shows in the spring. And I hate it when they split it up like that. I hate it. I want them all. Give me all at one time.
Yep.
Let me binge it for 2 days, please.
That's where my wife, when the pandemic happened, she's like, well, why doesn't Netflix just, like, they have a bunch of shows, I'm sure they're waiting to premiere and everything. Why don't they just blurt it out all at once? I'm like, well, yeah, but they can't make any new more. They can't make any new ones. So they would just, extinguish all. They got to, levy it out so they don't, blow their wad. And all of a sudden nothing's, they don't have anything for the summer.
Aw. Oh, Jenna, y'all hung all your fish art last night. Sweet.
Oh, my gosh. I know you're behind, but Vibes has given us a super chat.
Oh, what?
Yep.
What?
Yes.
Super chat? So I'm going to jump down. Look at you. I see that. Look at that. Vibes. You're awesome, too. Everybody's awesome, but you're awesome, too. But here's your dance. Which says the books are okay, but the series definitely spoke to me on a much higher level. And that's not normally the case. I tried, but HBO nailed it. Yes, they did. I just think that they
crapped the last season. They crapped the bed the last 2 seasons where the showrunners were all obsessed about moving on, and they just crapped the bed where they had a beautiful framework to go off of. Apparently, when they talked to Homeboy and Martin and found out what was going to happen and everything, and they still crapped the bed. Like, dude, you were so obsessed with Star Wars and everything like that they just everything. Like season 8, I called everything, and I really don't like shows like that. I like not. Excuse me. I love being misdirected or being, following the red herring. But when the red herring is just so red and everything, it's like, what was it? The Red Witch, I forget the name of her, but she, tied that girl to a stake and burned her.
Yeah.
when all the Dothraki are lined up, I'm like, dude, I bet she walks out of the shadows and lights everybody's swords on fire. And what does she do? She walks out of the shadow and lights everybody's sword. And my wife goes, "How the F did you know that?" My wife never swears either. She's like, "How
Yeah.
the F did you know that?" And I'm just like, it's like, it seemed like there was such a pause and like a camera out into the darkness. I'm like, this, yeah, I saw it coming and everything. So yeah,
Aw.
it was. And then Arya taking down the
Yeah.
Night King. Bran on the throne.
Yeah.
What?
Right. Yeah, that was.
Oh,
I didn't like that.
well, hopefully, I forgot the name of the dragon. I don't want to call it Drogon, but Drogon took Daenerys like back to one of the ancient cities, and like, because you know how the Red Witch resurrected Jon Snow, then you could go and be like, Drogon takes her to a witch and be like, help, resurrect her, help, but in Dragonese.
Yeah.
So help. And so hopefully Daenerys maybe gets up. They want to do now a show of Arya sailing west and everything. Like what's west of Westeros? Nothing.
Right.
I'm gonna find out, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm so into lore, like Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings, Game of Thrones.
Yep. Me too.
I'm just so into
Me
lore.
too.
So like Corlys Velaryon, who is
I didn't know that's what it was called, but yep. I
Yeah.
guess that's what I am too because I love them.
that like the history of fake things, you know. I love the
Yeah.
lore. So Corlys Velaryon, who is in this new show, sailed west of Westeros, and he went like 2 weeks west and like hit a storm and like was almost died, and monsters attacked his ship, so he had to turn around and come back and whatnot. So like they already did that in the book. So Arya, what is Arya gonna do? Like, what is she gonna find? Like, they're going off the lore, like the whole new Lord of the Rings, the Ring of Power shows. I am a little. I'm annoyed. I'm not angry. I'm gonna give it its go, and yeah. I'm sorry, Jenna. Is Eric spoiling Game of Thrones?
No, there is so.
You had 5 years.
Much.
You've had 5 years to watch it. So
yeah.
Or what is it? 2018. 4 years to watch it.
There is so that is not a spoiler. There is so much.
I'm not spoiling last night's episode like Jess. I was spoiling 4 years ago.
You need to go find out the details, though.
Right. And then they like, again, not spoil Game of Thrones, but they never paid off any of the symbols that the Ice Walkers, the Night Walkers were using, or like the fairies and the weirwood trees, the raven, like the three-eyed raven, which the three-eyed raven is in this new show, Blood. That's going on now is Aemon Targaryen, I think, is the three-eyed raven. But yeah, dude, I'm pumped for this new show because it's going to. It's well written.
Not last night, but last week's House of Dragon, I was just lost as a goose because well, they made such a jump from the age of the women.
Right, 10 years.
Well, the men really didn't change. The actors really didn't change. But the women,
of course not,
so much, and I was just like, "Oh wait!" Took me half of the show to figure out who was what.
Right, I mean, and a little annoying too because they were good actresses. I love.
Yes.
They were great actresses. They were delivering, and I'm really pissed that there's no Mushroom, the little dwarf jester, in the show.
Well, there's that. Don't they make that the That's the woman, the little woman, the little dwarf woman.
I haven't seen last night's, so don't tell me if it was.
No, she's been in it.
Oh, okay.
She's been in it. She came with her from. No, not last night's. Hang on, what am I thinking? I'm thinking of the Ring of Power. I started getting them mixed up.
Yeah, that's a dwarf.
Yeah,
the dwarf. Yeah, that's where Gina raced in here like Friday or something, and she's like, "Did they come out with a new episode? Are you watching it without me?" And then because it's like clink 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 clink, clink, fighting and everything like that. It's like, no,
Dee
Ring of
Dee,
Power,
she's,
Lord of the Rings.
what? Y'all have time to watch TV? No, but I make time to watch that one. I make time to watch that one.
Yeah, Jennifer.
Or those two. And
Yep.
then when Yellowstone starts, it'll be them three, unless one of them are done.
Yeah, and Jennifer Reaver says, "Ring of Power. It takes a while to get going. Seems better now." That's where I'm saying I'm annoyed. I'm not angry. I'm not, saying I'm not watching it or anything like that. I'm going to give it its run. Give it its way to speak through. I mean, it's like I'm pretty sure they weren't able to get rights to anything from the Silmarillion, but anything that was mentioned in the Lord of the Rings, they can say and whatnot. So,
Kelly, I do agree. I think Ring of Power was, Own It was.
That's not how Mordor was made. Mordor
great.
was not made like that.
Yeah. And now it's like, okay, what now? But it was just kind of after that last episode out. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the next one will bring it back.
Yeah, that, and I hate that they're using Sauron as a teaser. Like, I hate that. Like, who's Sauron? Sauron? Because he's also known as Anatar, Lord of Gifts, and he's been able to take a pleasant form to trick humans and elves alike to make them not believe that he's Maiar. And
they aged the women and children. Men look, you're right. But the women, they didn't age them. These are new actors. The women are new actors.
They aged them so much they got rid of them.
Yeah, the women are different actors. Well, the two main women are actors.
Right.
The different actors. Everybody else they did age.
Yeah,
but they didn't change the men.
Rhaenyra.
Yeah, Rhaenyra and the
Kelly.
The king's wife.
Allison Hightower.
Oh, yep. Them two. And it just throws me off every time they do that.
Oh man, did the king die this past?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
He's not dead yet.
Check out crystal clear Krylon acrylic coating spray finish for the horses. Can I use it for everything that's plastic? Because I want to I want to do a tank, but I want to do it with like the barn and the stables, and I want to do it with all of it.
Right.
But I don't think if I put them in like that, I think that
the paint
I think it'll peel and flake or whatever, because I've got one in there that's doing it.
Let alone the UV lights from the I know UV lights like break down the plastic polymer chain, so the plastic then Alex was just talking about this in one of the histories. Then the microplastics could get in your fish and harm them.
Yeah,
because you're essentially putting a ton of microplastics in your tank.
Yeah, right. Like I did put ceramic horse figurines that were painted in one of my tanks, but it does not hurt anything. But the paint is flaking, but that's not hurting anything. Crystal clear.
Yeah, whips. Our Martin is he's a little freaky deaky.
Krylon acrylic.
But Kelly knows. Kelly's read the Silmarillion. She knows. Aru Aluhata. No.
Come to the Aquatic Morning Show to talk about Game of Thrones and House of Dragon.
Welcome to the Aquatic Nerd Show.
That's right. Sometimes we nerd out on stuff like that, but it's all right.
Oh yeah. I love nerding out on more stuff. Like the Silmarillion, like fake history. First off, I love history. So fake history, like,
Yeah.
oh man, I remember when I first started here at Microfocus, I was just getting into Game of Thrones when it was like in the fifth or sixth season. And so I'm like, there's a Game of Thrones like Wikipedia, so I'm like reading up on everything and whatnot.
Yeah.
And this jerk, like I'm on my break, you know what I mean? I'm on my break. So my computer was like right by the front where everybody came in, so you could see my screen, plain as day. So on my break, I'm just sitting at my computer looking up Game of Thrones stuff, and later on in the day working, I'm at lunch, so I'm gonna be I'm sitting at my computer eating lunch and messing around, working / looking at Game of Thrones stuff. Guy walks by again. So later on in the day, I'm just working, and another just absolute a-hole of a human being walks in like, oh, you don't have Game of Thrones stuff up on your computer? That's weird. Ha 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 ha. Walks away like what's going on? I guess that a-hole, the first a-hole was going around the office. He's not working. He's just looking at Game of Thrones stuff all day and whatnot. And it's so funny because he actually went to my boss, and she's like, oh, well, he actually came with 2 BANTs, budget authority, need, and timeline, the things you're supposed to find out, when you're qualifying leads. He's actually sent me 3 BANTs today. And no, that was around. He probably was on his break. And so on our next one-on-one, she was like, yeah, did you work looking at the Game of Thrones stuff? I'm like, yeah, on my break. She's like, all right, keep it on your break. You'll be fine. Like, that's like one of the things I love about Microfocus is my boss has always had my back and whatnot. Where people have come and be like, Eric was a jerk. Like, the fuck he was. Like, no way. Eric's the nicest guy in the world. Like, try to be. Eric, I'm sick.
Okay. Lori says, yes, I can. I can use it for good deal. Okay, I will do that. The men are already old. The women were supposed to be just kids, as Martin likes to do. Well,
yeah. And apparently Brennan has financially invested in the Ring of Powers because he's defending them. No, you're supposed to tear them down, Brendan. You break them. I must break you.
Okay.
But
and for Sauron, okay, wait. True, Eric, but if you keep up on a lot of the stuff coming out now, the simile and canon, a lot of all starting to run together. And for Sauron, well, the movies are very vague on his background. That is correct. And his history. This allows for that to happen because, let's be real, 90% of people don't read or look into the books or expanded lore. I enjoyed the route they're taking with Sauron for that reason.
The only thing I want out of the show is Werewolf Sauron and Anatar Sauron. That's all I want. Give me Werewolf Sauron. They didn't give it to us. Galadriel's brother. Oh man, why can't I remember his name? But Galadriel's brother. They showed him dead. He helped Baron.
Yeah.
He helped Baron get out of the dungeon.
Yeah.
Or kill one of the werewolves. And drive off a Sauron. Or then Luthien came with Beor, and Beor fought Oh, here he is! Beor fought Sauron in vampire form and werewolf form. So now, do we want vampire Sauron? No.
Don't want either of them.
I don't want. You don't want werewolf Sauron?
Nope.
Oh my God!
What I want to see is the original Sauron that I see from the movies. That's what I want to see.
No,
because
that's third age Sauron.
Yes, because
that's after he's been blown up in Numenor, though. That's after he's been blown up in Numenor,
which has happened 3 fucking times, and he'll keep coming back.
Yeah, but he's lost his human form then.
No, he hasn't.
Turned into Anatar.
He has many names. He's known by Anatar. He's known by all these different people. I don't think they're going to show him like that. He's just a man of many different names, and he's very secretive. And I think they're really going to try to expand and run off what the original depiction was from the movies.
Yeah. I really, really, really want
Don't get me wrong. I want to see werewolves in it, but I don't think that would be.
If he commands, because he did command werewolves before in the first age.
Well, if you think about it,
instead of
on another note, with the orcs and everything, they're getting to the origin of the orcs and everything. Well, to know all that, you have to know more about Sauron.
Right.
Well, he's Maiar. He's not even, I want to say decrypted elf, but you know what I mean. He
is an elf. He's a fallen elf.
Well, he's a fallen Maiar,
which is an elf.
Which is a fallen elf.
No, elves are Iluvatar's first people.
Well,
and whatnot.
Yes, but the Maiar are high elves, from what I understand.
No, I thought there's Valar and Maiar, and Maiar Maiar and Valar were all singing up in the air and everything like that, and then what they sang became Earth, Middle Earth, and whatnot, and then a few of them were like, "Hey, we get a chance to go down there. Let's go down there." So some of them went, some of them stayed, all that. Manwë, Morgoth, or Melkor, blah blah blah, and all that, and then Melkor was like, "Hey, Maiar, screw all these Valar. They're not doing anything. Come join me." Some of them turned into Balrogs, and some of them stayed.
Wait, those were all creations of Morgoth.
Those were Maiar. I'm telling you, man. I've been studying this.
I've literally been watching this shit and reading up on this shit for weeks now since the new show came out.
I know, we do. Nerd of the West, Men of the West are great YouTube channels here on YouTube that go into detail on all of this. Like, that's what I've been watching.
So does Tolkien Untangled, and there's quite a few others. Marvelous.
Poetic Song says, "Whoa, I thought I was bad. This is epic nerd level."
I love it.
Right? Oh, yeah. Kenny, you resigned from the tire shop, and you start new. Where's the new position at? Where are you working now? Wow, that man, he does good. The convention revokes my nerd card.
What I love about Kenny is he follows the light. If somebody, one thing I really respect about him is if he thinks there's some shady dealings going down at the place he works, he's like, "All right, peace, gone. All right, don't need this." Or if somebody misuses him or mistreats him, or is an a-hole to him, customers, any of the coworkers, "All right, bye. Not going to work for you. Not going to give you my time and energy so you can make money off of me and do all that." But when do the Asgardians come in? Yep. Thor then battles Sauron in an epic Amazon Disney crossover.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, my God.
That'd be interesting.
Do you think it's Gandalf? Do you think they gotta be?
See, that's what I'm like. He's gotta be. It's got to, or it's gotta be the other one. The other
Sauron.
Not Gandalf.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about Radagast.
Radagast?
Which one is he?
The wood wizard, or the woods wizard.
Or Palantir.
The forest wizard.
One of the blue
got all the animals and stuff around.
There's 4 of them, right? There's 4 of them?
Yes.
4 wizards?
Yeah, because you had...
Kelly's got it. Maiar are not elves, they're angelic beings and are the wizards.
What is that? What am I thinking of? It's the other word they use for elves in the world. I can't remember.
Oh my gosh. It means high light. Like I know what you're talking about. It's not Noldor. That's the
Gandalf is a Maiar. Well, then that may be
Gandalf
who came
Maiar.
down.
Sauron's a Maiar. He was lieutenant of Melkor, then Morgoth. Fëanor renamed Melkor Morgoth once he stole the Silmarillions, killed his dad.
Sauron followed Morgoth.
Yeah, he was his lieutenant. Yep.
He was his second in command all the way through, and was the only person that Morgoth said could ever take his place.
Right. And then when Morgoth was struck down, and took back, the Valar was like, "Sauron, you're going to repent?" And Sauron at a point was actually going to repent, and then was like, "Nah, I'm running away." stole a bunch of orcs and ran away to the north, and then hid out
Kenny.
there for a while.
What? You need another shoulder surgery, or he was making you do something that would have made you have a shoulder surgery. I'm lost. If I would have watched the stream last night, I'd know, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty busy last night too, doing
Carrie!
water change.
British Dosh, good morning.
Brennan, are you going to Aquashella?
Hell no.
Oh, we were talking about this on the road. You can meet me at 280, and I'll take you the rest of the way.
Oh, I forgot about that. Maybe? Probably not.
Aren't there actually 7 wizards, and we haven't seen the others yet? Jennifer
Yes,
Weaver says.
Yep, there's 7.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought there was
Originally, there was 7.
Sauron, Gandalf,
Radagast.
and then the 2 blues. And there was 2 blue wizards, one named Palantir, and then something else. Something starts with an A, I forgot. And they went to the east and never came back. But Sauron went to the east too, and Sauron came back. So people are thinking like Sauron got rid
The
of
other
him.
2.
Got rid of him to keep him quiet. They found out his plan, but that's all up in the air. See, Kelly knows. There's 5 wizards.
Oh, I thought I knew it was more than 4.
Because the other 2 he may have off.
The blue wizards. I know one's name's Palantir because I really wanted to name one of my dogs. Like when we got a dog, I really wanted to name my dog.
You know how many animals have been named Gandalf?
I can only imagine. But Gina made the good point of, do you want to be running? You got to have something that when you're running down the street, you can yell real quick.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to be yelling, Palantir, like running down the street after him. Palantir!
Right.
And then, when I first saw Lord of the Rings, I could never understand Saruman and Sauron. Like I thought they were the same person. And the same thing when go Game of Thrones with Tyrion and Tywin Lannister. I'm like, you guys keep talking about you're saying the same name wrong.
That would be me. That would be me. I'd say the same thing wrong.
Yeah. I'm like, is it just there because everyone has accents, in the show, everyone has different accents. So
yeah.
Are they just an accent of this guy had come into my office to talk about competitors. And so he was talking about Sun God. I was writing down SUNGOD in my notebook. Like, okay, I got to look out for Sun God, Sun God, Sun God. Come to find out this guy was from Boston and he was talking about Sun Guard. But he was pronouncing it Sun God. He had a thick Boston accent. And so he's going through the presentation and saying Sun God. We got to make sure you got to look out for Sun God. Well, I'm like, is that the case? Like
accent.
Sun Guard. I was telling Bex that at the
Clash.
At the Clash. She's from the
Well, we are 15 minutes late from doing the mid-morning break. So real quick, you guys, we're going to do the mid-morning break. We will be right back, and we can continue talking about this or whatever it is we want to continue talking about.
Okay,
it's Monday.
I promise I'll stop. Sorry, Josh. Nerd.
No problem. No worries. Don't worry. Be happy. And do the duckweed dance.
Are you ready, Steven? Kenny?
Yeah.
Greg?
Okay.
All right, Fish Fam. Let's go! Oh, it's been getting so hard living with you floating in my tank. I can't. You're blocking all the light out, and now my stems are starting to turn gray. I see you plant in the back, as a matter of fact, it used to be as red as the sun. And the cringe in the corner that no one ignores, cause it's that pink flamingo one. Oh yeah, it keeps mixing. It Oh, I'm reaching in for something, but duckweed is all I seem to find. Oh, and all it takes is one piece, and then it's super mega multiplied. And the plant in the back is bent with a crack. I think that it just might die. And the crit in the corner is already a mortar. It melted right before my eyes. Oh, yeah, I was so hectic. I'm feeding my septic. I'm hardly breathing till this duckweed is leaving. Yeah. The plant in the back is starting in the black, so you better do the duckweed dance. And the cream in the corner is melting, and the water, so it's under the duckweed dance. Duckweed dance, 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 dance. Oh, yeah, it keeps mixing. It's so sexy. So it's time to get moving, or the plants you'll be losing. The plant in the back is starting in the black, so you better do the duckweed dance. And the cream in the corner is melting, and the water, so it's time to do the duckweed dance. Duckweed dance. Duckweed dance. Duckweed dance. Duckweed dance. Dance, dance, a duckweed dance. Dance, dance, a duckweed dance. Dance, dance, a duckweed dance. Yeah, duckweed dance.
Hi, Fish Fam! Are you struggling to gain new subs or followers? Would professional graphics, captions, and ads help you to sell more products? Perhaps you need a marketing strategy that works for your business that is also cost-effective. You're not alone.
Just take that
Millions
all
of businesses
day, dog.
across the world struggle with this problem. Good marketing plans, poorly executed, cost businesses billions in lost revenue each year. What is the solution? The Social Media Lady, a digital marketing agency. This team of seasoned marketing professionals works with your small business to plan and deliver a solid blueprint to drive more traffic to your website, YouTube channel, and social media. You can check out our work right here at the Aquatic Morning Show, as we currently provide their social media marketing as well as the majority of their graphic design services. When you decide you're ready to level up, schedule your free consultation at thesocialmedialady.com/fishnews.
All right.
Hey, thank you guys for hanging in there for the break.
Yep.
We did a duckweed dance.
Do the duckweed dance. The duckweed dance. He did the duckweed dance.
That's right. Which we need to do a new duckweed dance. Not a new, but we need a new. Y'all know what I mean. There's a real duckweed dance. Kenny E. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, I make, y'all didn't know this, but
Gorgeous.
blinged out dog collars.
Bling bling.
Ooh.
Bling, bling.
I've got a few different color conchos if anybody's interested.
You got an Etsy store?
No, I don't. I mean, I do them just kind of like on request when people see them. Like Victoria's seen them because I can make itty bitty for itty bitty dogs. I can make itty bitty ones.
Right.
They're just not that cheap. That's the problem because these conchos and the leather is not cheap. And so it's like, I don't know. I don't put it on Etsy because I think the price shock is people don't understand exactly how much it costs. You know? Oh dang! I just broke my.
Oh no!
My little screwdriver. Oops. Oh well, I have more.
Eduardo says, I think Eric should do some aquarium songs too.
I think so.
I mean,
we know what Eric should do.
I am incredible. Stop, Jeff. No, I am incredibly lazy. So, if someone would want to write it and edit it, yeah.
I want to be part of a song. I want to do one, but I have no. I mean, I can sing, but I have no. I play no instruments. Don't even know how. Nothing like that.
We can remix the "I Am a Snail."
Yeah.
Remix.
That would be cool. We need a remix of a Duck Dance. That's what we need. We need somebody to do a shrimp song too.
Oh no, Dee Dee.
What?
Dee Dee broke down her.
Back on chat yet.
Dee Dee broke down her ponds, and none of her golden white cloud minnow babies were in there.
Dee Dee, me either. I haven't pulled mine out, but I only have 5.
But
5 of them.
She did have one rather large and fattened up crib.
I do. Oh,
Cribensis.
Crib?
Ooh, whoopsies. The Cribensis.
I think. My gosh. What? Look, I got one crib too. Did the Pac-Man waka 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 waka? I just think that mine. I don't know what happened to mine. I just don't. But
this Toberfest song is going to be awesome.
I want to put them with axolotls, but I don't want the axolotls to eat them either.
Right.
So I don't know.
I mean, the probability of an axolotl getting them is low, but there is a probability.
Yeah.
It's because they're so slow, but they.
Yeah. Now, when they want to, they can be fast. When they're hungry, they can turn on a dime if them fish ain't paying attention.
Yep. If they get complacent, like, he's missed 8 times. Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, Landon has a 20 long, and I want to move his axolotl into the 20 long instead of the 20 high, and then put some of the white clouds in there for him because he wants more movement in his tank, which I understand. You know, axolotl's not a whole lot of movement unless you're feeding them, but I've been weary about it. I don't know if they could be fast enough or not.
I'm more worried about fish picking at the axolotl's gills than anything.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Huh.
They just look like a bunch of little worms.
True.
I watched it happen.
Huh.
I'm sure guppies would be all over that.
Yeah, guppies are very picky. They're very, picky. I wonder if white clouds are.
Can I eat this? Can I eat this? Can I eat this?
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Can I eat this?
What would go good?
I'd
have to be cold water too.
Huh? Are you having babies? Do I need to put you up? Oh my goodness. Okay, hey, you guys. I got something to show y'all.
Let me see.
Eduardo sent me his sister's first tank.
Oh, yes.
Swampy, hey.
There's the song. There's the song's jingle right there. Can I eat this? Can I eat this? Ooh,
There we go.
Nice little rimless tank.
very nice. What
Yep.
are those? Java fern swords.
The colors changing are throwing me off.
Yeah.
Pretty tank though.
That's the jingle song right there. Can I
Oh,
eat
and it's
this?
got a beta. See the beta?
The white betta, right? Wait, what's at the floating at the top? What is that floating at the top?
Red root floater.
Is it?
Yeah, it just doesn't have any roots on it.
Oh. Bunny Viper!
Rabbit snake.
That's pretty, Eduardo. I like how it's a white betta, and so the color reflects off of the betta. And the plants will grow in. That's good for her first one.
Bite
Can I eat this? Followed by listen to your body.
God, should I put out a music video for listen to your body, a poopy in the party. Listen to your body.
Eric starts his own radio show.
Dragon
Welcome
Betta.
back to Poopy Radio. Songs to go to the bathroom to. Push it real good. Bo, ba, ba, ba.
Hey, Steph. ISHP.
Brennan was right. They were red root floaters.
Go, Brennan. Go, Brennan. Go, 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 Brennan.
Bobitus and Java friends. Bobitus.
1 second. I said I wouldn't do it, but the last two wizards are Alatar and Palando.
Why'd you say you wouldn't do it?
But it started with an A. I'm so glad. Not Plantier. The Plantier stone. That's what I'm thinking of. The Plantier stone is what they can look through. Plandle. Palantir stone.
It also has two mystery snails.
All right, let's see. Nope, I don't think that's it. Where is Fishery?
Fishery.
Have Friday's Fishery to play. That's not it.
She will watch the replay, then hi Minerva. Hello from the replay. It's Scotty Aquati. He's on lunch.
Where the heck did it go? Oh my goodness.
Oh, I thought Lori was sharing the link to the video, but it's to Alex's channel.
And as of yesterday, I still had it pulled up from Friday.
Wait, did anybody go to the AGA?
Somebody did,
Right.
because I remember seeing it.
Yeah, Alex, I believe went. Talk of a Starry. Yeah, it's gonna be a good week. That's what they're all called. The Valor and the Maiar collectively are called the Astari.
Yeah.
I don't like that guy.
Search City? I love him. What are you talking? No, I'm just joking.
The guy, the dark guy, the
Oh,
one that's
Adar.
Yeah. I
The
don't
father. I killed.
It's still not clear if he's Sauron or not.
Sauron or not.
what
Yeah.
he is. He said he
'Cause
wasn't.
He said he wasn't, but I mean, he was also the necromancer in fucking Lord of the Rings. You know?
Yeah, that's exactly what Sauron would say.
August, September.
Grant and Shelby went.
I think that too I seen
Oh yeah.
said something about it.
And then they got to go right back to Chicago.
Yeah, I think they're going to Aquashella too.
Yeah, they're in the escaping finals.
You know what? I'll just do
I
this.
do believe.
I know the timestamp, so I'll just go to his channel and pull it up. How about that?
Grant and Shelby are rocking it. They are my last naming it. I legally have to rock because it's in my name. If I don't, I lose. I have to change my name.
But it says Y Rock.
Yeah.
Emphasis
exactly.
on the Y.
I always have to have a reason. It's the blessing and curse of my name.
I'm glad you did that. Because when we first met you, there'd have been no way we would have known.
Nope. Everybody. Eric Eric W. Eric W. Hey, Eric W. Eric W. That's what it was. I think I've only had one or two people pronounce my last name correctly the first time they've seen it. One of them was a German exchange student. So, oh, Wyrock. Like, oh yeah.
That's funny. How do people usually pronounce it?
Wayrouch.
Wayrouch?
Wayrouch. Yep. That's the I get Wayrouch. That's how I got my nickname in high school of Wide Crotch.
Oh,
just crotch.
kids, right?
Yep. No,
I mean,
it was hilarious because
I was about to say that's kind of a good thing having a nickname like that, right?
Because of me, I could say, "Yep, 6 inches
Oh
from the ground." Or do you have a magnifying glass? We can go to the bathroom. I can show you.
Oh my god!
Because you could go either way. And one of my friends came over, was like, Eric, I really have to go to the bathroom. Can I go inside? And so I was like, sure. So I was introducing her to my mom and everything like that. And she's like, hey, Crotch. I'm sorry. I mean, Eric. Where's the bathroom? And I'm like, oh, it's back there to the right. And so my mom's eyes just like lit up and looked at me. I'm like, what? This is my nickname. And she's like, they used to call your father that in college. And so I'm like, that's so weird. So I go to my dad later on that night. I'm like, so I heard they called you Crotch. He goes, looked at me like, what? Yeah, your nickname in college was Crotch. Who told you that? My mom. He goes, why? He goes, oh, well, my friend called me Crotch, and that's my nickname in front of mom. He goes, oh, why do they call you Crotch? Or I asked him, why do they call you Crotch? And he asked me, he said, well, why do they call you Crotch? And I said, because of the last name, the way it's pronounced. He's like, oh, yeah, me too.
Funny.
And I kind of feel like I didn't get a whole truthful answer out of him.
All right, you guys, we've got Fishery from the Secret History Living in Your Aquarium. This is Friday's episode, but I didn't stream Friday, so here we go.
Fishery.
39 of Fishery, which is news about fish or history about fish. It's usually news. Anyhow, we have some really exciting news, some positive news for a change, not any downer news. I guess yesterday's was also pretty upbeat, but today I have an exciting story about the state fish of Colorado. So the state fish of Colorado happens to be the greenback cutthroat trout, which is kind of this bronzy to green, kind of a sagebrush color, and then down to kind of a yellow or tan belly with spots on it. It's a very nice looking fish, and it's kind of got a little bit of red in the tail, and then a little bit of red par marks, or those kind of grill marks on the fish, if you know what I mean. Salmon and trout oftentimes kind of have grill marks, and they're called par marks. So anyways, they kind of have a red or bronzy undertone along the side of the fish as stripes, elongated and wide stripes. So these fish have a really fascinating story in that as early as 1930, they were declared extinct in the state. And Colorado isn't that old of a state at that point in time. It's 75 years old or something like that. And already their fish, that is their state fish, is extinct, according to biologists. Well, in 1957, they find a small population that looks like these fish, and nobody's seen them since 1930. Actually, since 7 years before 1930. 1923 was the last time anyone saw one. Usually they need 7 to 15 years to declare a species extinct these days, but then it was 7 years and nobody had seen any. So they use electrofishing, which you strap a backpack on and basically zap the water and stun the fish. They come up and they grab them and hopefully doesn't do any damage to them. That's the idea anyhow. Now we can use eDNA, which is also really exciting, where you just get a sample of the water. But it's kind of hard to know what you're comparing it against if you don't have any samples, if it went extinct before there's a viable sample that was collected or whatnot, or it's soaked in formaldehyde and the DNA has been altered or whatever it may be. So the exciting news is that 1957, they find some, and they start breeding them in state facilities, in ponds, in captivity. 1965, they find even more, and in 1970, they find more. All of these fish are coming from small sections of creeks, and we're talking like in steep canyons and maybe like a mile long of creek, and they found a handful of them, maybe 15 or 20 adults hanging out, spawning at a time. And that was considered the fish coming back from extinction. Well, that's not really the full story, because by the 1980s they had realized that, oh, it's not the same fish. It's a crossbreed. It's a hybrid of the greenback cutthroat trout and of other fish, like invasive fish that have been put there for game fishing, that have come up those rivers and creeks, or been brought there by humans, honestly, just wanting more options for fishing and for sport. And so it was kind of thought, well, I guess we don't have them, so they're extinct again in the 80s. So by 1989, they were extinct again, but there were still thoughts to, let's just keep breeding these partially bred ones, because maybe in the future we'll be able to cross out those genes and make them more purebred. And so they started working on that task. Well, in 2012, on a little tiny creek called Bear Creek in Colorado, they found 3.5 miles of creek before it dried up, went too shallow to be a creek anymore. And in that space of where it starts and where it goes to the larger creek and then to a river, they were able to find purebred, or rather pure natural holdouts that were living there and breeding. Now, it seems like there were only a couple hundred living in this stretch of the creek or river, and they are rather small trout, which is, actually a good thing for them, living high up in the mountains where heat can get intense. So they took these fish in 2012 and they said, let's start a plan for breeding them and reintroducing them to remote mountain areas where they would have once lived, or where they won't be contaminated by the sport fishing lines. And so they did just that. They actually didn't remove the wild ones. What they did is they waited for them to spawn in the creek. Pardon the noise. To spawn in the creek. And then what they did was they collected the milk and like half the eggs, or a group of the eggs. And then they would take those fertilized eggs out of the creek where they were doing this in groups. And they just took those to hatcheries to grow out. Once they grew them out, then they put them back into a place called Herman Gulch. And it's a remote area, apparently, that doesn't have any brook trout or rainbow trout or anything that could be crossing or out competing these fish. Now, this is extremely cool news that this happened and that the state is breeding fish in captivity, because since 2021, Colorado reported an 80% drop in trout populations across the state in the last 3 years. So from 2018 to 2021, 80% of the trout in Colorado were gone, just dead. And it was mostly from heat and drought. They ran out of places to go, and then due to heat, they didn't get enough oxygen in the water and they died. And it's a sad state, and it makes you wonder how long anything is going to survive that they do there. But nevertheless, it has been preserved for now. And at this Herman Gulch place, I guess they think it'll be a large enough area and a big enough, it's got enough tributaries and things that goes upward that aren't going to go down and attach to where these other trout species live. And they think it'll stay wet all year for a number of years to come. So kind of cool news, kind of exciting news. And it really shows that properly managed fisheries can literally save fish, can basically bring them back from the brink of extinction with just a few things left. We've seen it with the California condor. We've seen it with a number of other species, but that's why it's so important, to fund these programs and also to give out fishing licenses and things elsewhere so that they can fund the fisheries budget. And so if you're a fisherman or woman, you can be proud that your money is going towards research just like that. And stick to your limits. And, usually we've gotten pretty good at managing most of these species. So some good news. And that's where I'll leave you for the week. So I'll see you guys perhaps next week. It may be too busy with the AGA in Chicago, but hopefully I'll have at least something from the AGA for all y'all in the community tab nevertheless. All right, guys, thank you so much. And I'll talk to you next time. Have a good one. Bye.
God, he's got cheekbones for days. For days. With the shadows. Oh, man. Yes, and I didn't wave to Alex. I didn't wave this time.
Bex, good morning.
Macaroni and cheese.
We had rain for weeks, and now we've had no rain. It stopped.
Just been cold as shit here.
It can't make up his mind. We just have an equal balance. Greg said that he found mud skippers at our LFS. Did you buy them?
Nice.
I sold another axolotl.
Okay.
And they're down to one. So hopefully I can sell them another one or two.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Well, you guys, Miss Dee Dee did do a Monday lineup.
Yay!
So hold your horsies or fishies.
Oh, I'll hold my fishies.
There you
go.
There's a fish on my coffee cup.
There you go.
All right.
Hold Kenny.
There we go.
Oh, Brendan gets to hold Kenny. Aw. I want to hold Kenny.
Not just holding him, I'm caressing.
Oh.
And a happy birthday to you, Aquarium Daily. Hope you enjoy it.
Happy birthday.
And now for the Monday live streams in Eastern Standard Time. Stay tuned. And at 10 is the Aquatic Morning Show on the Aquatic Morning Show channel. That's with Jess and the crew. Come on, join us. Set a spell, have a cup of coffee. Hear what's going on. And at 2, Dr. Anthony's back. And It's Dr. Anthony on the Amazon Research Center for Ornamental Fishes channel. 2 o'clock for some Dr. Anthony stuff. It'll be fun. And at 4 o'clock, it's Corvus Awesome. See what he has to say. And at 5 o'clock is Wet Your Plants. Yay! Stephen B's channel with Stephen B. and Kelly Foreman and Myrtle may be there. Not sure. And maybe Fat Kitty might make an appearance. Anyways, you're going to learn something. Always do. And Monday at 6, it's Austin with Fantastic Friends. And at 7, it's the Metalheads, Josh and Jess. Bring us some mayhem. It'll be fun. Come on. Who's the man? Chattanooga Ed. That's who. At 7 o'clock, it's the Steamfight Aquatics members only stream, followed by the regular stream at 8. That's Bob Steamfight, a superstar. And at 9, it's time to talk some shrimp with the Garden of Eden. That'll be Shelby and Grant. And there's always so much to find out about in there. Make sure you come and join us. You'll be glad you did. And at 10 is Fishy Biz Aquatics in the hot spot. Who's going to be all heated up in there this time? You know it gets hot. It always does. Get in there. And at 10:30, it's none other than Alex. Secret history living in your aquarium. I'm sure he has something important to share with us. So you better make sure you get there, or else you might not know what everybody's talking about. And if you need your channel added or updated to the fishfam.link, send Liquid Zoo on your fins an email, which that can be found on fishfam.link as well. And also, you can now sign in with Google and make your own changes. Pretty cool, huh? Fish Fam Christmas will be here before you know it. For more information, to sign up or to donate, check out the following: Fish Fam Christmas on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and fishfam.link. The Kazoo, Matt. Thanks for making this information easy to find at fishfam.link. And Lefty32138, thanks for your live stream calendar on your site as well. And if you haven't already done so, why don't you go over there and become a patron of fishfam.link. You'll be glad you did.
I love Dee Dee.
Right.
All right. Thank you, Miss Dee Dee, for doing that. Thank you, Dee. We
Get
love Austin and Bex. Hi.
double dose of Bex today on Wet Your Plants and on the hot seat with Fishy Biz.
Oh, I thought that was yesterday.
Double
Saw the stream scheduled yesterday, and I never saw it start.
Double dose of Bex.
Thought it was yesterday.
There's a lot of good streams today, and it's throughout the day. It's not like we have a big gap today, so that's good.
Yeah.
And happy birthday, Aquarium Daily.
Yes. Oh,
Wow.
and Myrtle.
Myrtle's birthday's today too.
Oh, Wet Your Plants. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It's gonna
okay.
be on Wet Your Plants.
So
My bad.
Aquarium Daily, happy birthday from the Aquatic Morning Show.
Happy birthday to you. It's your day. Don't throw it away. I've come to celebrate in a big way. Another year. So come on and cheer. It's the birthday last frontier. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy
making me feel fine. I wish the day would never come to an end. So come on and party, and one day you will see that it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Yes, happy birthday again.
Uh-oh. We're going to be dancing.
Oh, right on, Bex.
What? What do you mean we're going to be dancing?
You'll see.
Uh-oh. Like, Garcia, look at you. Thank you.
Up.
And so with that, I bet you're wanting to know what the breaking news is, right?
Yes, please.
Of course, of course. So for those that don't know, you may already know, but Petco sent out an email to all of those that are in the Petco club or rewards program or whatever. And there is it Petco, PetSmart, whichever one holds on to they're only keeping your money or whatever for 30 days now. They're not keeping it. Maybe PetSmart. Maybe it's PetSmart.
They're both owned by the same company.
I know. They are? They are.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are. Right. And so is Chewy, right?
Probably.
I think so. Anyway, one of them, whichever one it is that does the money that they used to could earn, money off of rewards. And you could either let it continue to keep growing or
Right.
you could use it whenever you wanted to. Well, now you have to use it within 30 days of earning it.
Oh, say you come in October 1st and you earn 100 points. You have
Yes.
to use that 100 points by
Yeah.
October
No.
30th or
No.
they're gone.
Yeah, well, I don't know about the points. It's the money. Like I think it's PetSmart. They do where you can you earn money. So say you buy $50 worth of stuff, they give you $2 on your, to go in your account thingy.
Gotcha.
Well, when you come back to shop, you've got that $2, but you don't have to use that $2. You can buy more stuff and keep adding to it and letting it grow.
Right.
Well,
until you-
now you no longer can do that. You have to use it within 30 days of earning it.
I
I
think
don't
maybe Petco.
shop at
That sucks.
PetSmart usually, so
Yeah.
Right.
And I think
the only
it's
place I have anywhere near
Yep.
me within like 30 miles is fucking Pet Supplies. Excuse my French. I'm sorry.
Pet Supplies Plus.
Yeah.
We don't have any Pet Supplies Plus here in Louisiana anyway, or up here anyway. North Louisiana, we don't. I was trying to find where I had that
My
email
wife.
that way I could
My wife is so sweet. So
verify which one it was for sure. But I can't find it.
we have a PetSmart at 13 and Little Mac here in St. Clair Shores, Roseville. And so I'd always be like, hey, I'm going to 13 Mile Little Mac to go to PetSmart. Do you need anything? Do you need anything in that area? So for Christmas, my wife got me a Pet Supplies Plus gift card because there's a Pet Supplies Plus store at 13 in Harper, not at 13 in Little Mac. So she always thought I was going to Pet Supplies Plus when I was going to PetSmart. But all the Pet Supplies Pluses around here are like all dry goods for fish. There's no fish or anything and it's all like,
Yep. There's a small fish section at mine, but it's not.
yeah, it's nothing to write home about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I now have $50 to Pet Supplies Plus. I'm like, oh, maybe I get some dog chews for Jampers. I'll give it for cheap.
Well, you need to go then.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Where is it at? I only have 3.
Yeah, Petco. Maybe you can search Petco because it looks like Lori says PetSmart is points. Petco is the one you're talking about.
Okay. But you used to could be able to earn it, and now you can't. Now it only earns for 30 days. It has to be used. So that sucks because I would like let mine
Very true, Jeff.
let mine add up for like took us like $50 and then go there like, man, I gotta actually get something, you know?
Yeah, that's when you buy. That's when they have the Thanksgiving sales for the
Yes,
display tanks.
exactly.
For the display, like, okay, I'm gonna use all that money on that now, please. Yes, please.
That's right. That's exactly right. We can't
And
do
yeah.
that no more. Unless you
Yeah.
go in the beginning of October or the beginning of November and buy a whole bunch of stuff and then have the money to buy for business.
For the Black Friday sales.
Yeah, for the Black Friday sales. But you'd have a lot, have to earn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
a lot.
found that is when the deepest discount on the PetSmart display tanks are the
Yes.
Black Friday
Mhm.
sales. Like
Yep.
they will have sales throughout the year and everything like that, but the Black Friday is when they have the
I
deepest
don't
discount.
understand.
And they go like that around here. They go like I went middle of the day and all their display tanks were gone.
And there's a new Amazonas
It's paradise.
out.
Yep.
And these are the paradise fish. I have one female albino paradise fish. We're still looking for another male. I'd like to get these too, but I haven't had a chance to actually look through it yet. I think the front's pretty. I love these magazines.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back and get some of the other ones, but that probably won't happen. The Petco out by me are just horrible. If you're there for fish, bring a tent because you're going to be waiting a long time.
Oh, we've all been there. We've all been there. Like the
Yeah.
PetSmart by me has a button you can push that rings a bell somewhere. Like you can push that button, you're gonna be waiting 5-7 minutes for somebody to come walking around, and then it's usually somebody who's never been in the fish department ever before in their life. So they're like, I don't know where anything is.
Petco is the only one though that franchise wise is the only one that does saltwater. Although I'm about here to my saltwater tank right now. I'm about here.
I don't
go a little bit further, I'm done with it. I use it
Going on with it.
Money with.
What's wrong with it?
It just the I guess it's the phosphate.
Phosphate.
Whatever. Yeah. It keeps growing. If I leave my light on for like 4 hours, then this algae starts growing. It's like a maroon.
Yeah,
black
cyano.
Algae. But I turn the lights off and it's gone by the next morning. I turn the lights on and it comes back within a few hours.
You put a phosphate pad.
Yeah, I'm gonna get another. I did have one in there. I'm gonna get another phosphate pad, but I mean, I'm not gonna keep fighting.
There's other stuff you can use like Phosguard and stuff like that. It's a rosin. You put it in your filter and it lasts quite a bit longer than filter pads.
That's like Purigen, right?
Yeah, similar. Yeah,
Wait, where's it at?
that's what I use. Tank's not balanced or stable. That's why you're having that issue.
Stuff, and I never got back with him. I never even really opened the box. I think I went through, but I wanted to have him on the show again so he could actually like explain this stuff, like the Blackbeard algae remover.
What brand is it?
This is Quantum.
I've never used it.
Universal Beginner Plant Fertilizer, which I don't use those. This is the fish enhancement, saltwater fish enhancement. You add it to the food. I think there's a phosphate thing in here though. Yeah, phosphate remover.
That works similar to the way Prime and stuff does. It doesn't remove it; it locks it up so your filter picks it up.
But how does the filter pick it up?
Because it kind of clumps together. What the stuff that's in that will wrap
Bind
itself
it?
around. Yeah, it'll kind of bind it and then lock it up, sort of like Safe does, for about 24 to 48 hours. And then during that time, your filter will pick it up. It binds
But
together
what
like
if
that.
it's just going through the sump?
I mean, the
Right
sump
now,
is the
it's
filter.
going through the sump and then back up. It's got my sump has got the all of those like ceramic. It's got a whole bunch of those ceramic things in it at the bottom, and then it's got foam pads, and then it's also got the filter media in it, and it's got the skimmer. But what of that would grab and hold it?
All of it?
All of it? When
Yeah.
does it let go again?
I mean, if you just let it go and don't do water changes and maintenance and stuff, yeah. But like a lot, if you find a good rosin, like God, what is it? I have to go find a box in my truck. But it's a rosin. You put it in your filter. It looks like the zeolite or carbon or something like that. And you put it in a media bag and you throw it in your filter. And that'll absorb it. And that stuff normally, it'll reach a capacity and change color. So once that media is used up and it's not really picking up anything anymore, it'll change colors and you remove it and add different stuff.
That's super nice.
And it doesn't really release it as well, like filter pads or other stuff would.
And what is that?
I have to go look at the box on my truck. I
let
can't
me
remember it off the top of my head.
Let me know what that is.
There's several different types.
That's super cool that it changes color too, because
Yeah,
it's a bit expensive, but it's worth it.
That way I know, okay, well, this one's done. I need to pull it out so it don't start letting it go
getting it again.
Yep.
Exactly.
I know Quantum was going to be selling some freshwater stuff too. It's a nitrate remover for saltwater. Anyway, I wanted him to come back on so he can actually explain. Here's water primer for salt and freshwater. So it's just a water primer. Huh. I think it's Germany is where the company was original, and they're kind of bringing it over here. I think. I don't remember which exactly country it is, but anyway. I don't know much about the products. I know the man, and the man is, a pretty stand-up guy, so
wait, you're working with the man?
I'm working with the man. The man.
Oh, man.
No, y'all are the men. How about that? That's right. That's right. Well, you guys, I have a frog to go find.
Yes. A frog hunt to commence.
I got a frog hunt to do.
Check all the undersides of your tables and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Little clingers.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to be somewhere there. And I don't see him yet. So I just got to take it off and look and see if I can find him.
Right.
So, is what it is. Well, everybody, thank you guys for being here today. I really do appreciate it. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me on panel.
Of course.
But of course.
By myself, I was starting to get scared. I was going to do it all by myself, and that would be scary.
Never leave you behind. Never leave it just behind.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. I really do. But thanks everybody in chat for being here. We got up to like 47 people, I believe, so it's not bad. And I'm gonna try and get some things going now that I got some of that other stuff behind me now. And I will check your tank closely. He may have dug in somewhere, and he's not gonna stay inside a tank. He may soak in the water, but he's not gonna go all the way under. He's not that kind of frog.
And one of my favorite things too is your outro video. Is I
Yes.
rock out so hard to that song.
We're fixing to play it. We are fixing to play it. Everybody, thank y'all again for being here. We'll be back in the morning, 9
Love
a.m.
you.
Central Time. See ya.
Bye.
Hey guys.